Hello, this is Bob Davies, and I'm excited to be speaking at your June conference in the best of New Jersey. I'm originally from Long Branch, New Jersey, so this is a homecoming for me. Wanted to give you just a taste of what I'm going to be doing in the two sessions that I have with you. And so let's go on aboard. I know why you're in the business that you're in, because you love people. Is that right? Well, money isn't the most important thing in your life, but I do hold it up there in importance with air and breathing. Here's a sequence of events that's appropriate for any type of business, any type of sales. In order to make money, you need to have sales. In order to have sales, you need to have the product or service to sell. In order to sell the product or service, you need to do presentations. In order to do presentations, you need to set appointments. In order to set appointments, you need to make calls. In order to make calls, you need to have an attitude that supports you in taking this sequence of events. Now that is the big barrier right there. That's the big issue. To the right of this line is what we would refer to as left brain training. And to the right of that line, you're going to find logic, analytic, here's what you do, here's how you do it. This is the training in America. This is what the entire program that you're going to experience here in the best of New Jersey is going to be giving you. Very good, solid information, left brain information. Here's what you do, here's how you do it, now go do it. So whatever your application is, whether it's legislation that's pending, whether it's new estate planning, tax laws, whether it's building a strategic alliance, best practices for running your business, no matter what the application, the big key for this is what I'm going to be doing, which is the behavioral implementation. And that is what we mean when we say attitude. So great job in training in the United States on what to do and how to do it. But there's a real weakness about how do you get yourself to implement. And when I say attitude, here's what I don't mean. I don't mean motivational hype. Attitude is the emotional part of the brain, the right side of the brain, the limbic area of the brain, fear, commitments, accountability. So with attitude, what I'm going to be focusing on is a step-by-step system that shows you how to focus and how to stay on task when you are bombarded with competing and very important priorities. This is a lifetime of learning, and it can be done in a very short period of time. There's a very systematic approach to influencing what you pay attention to. I'm going to teach you how to motivate yourself. So that brings the question, is there any such thing as an unmotivated person? Imagine that you go home to your favorite chair and you are absolutely exhausted. You don't want to do a thing. Your spouse asks you to help the kids with their homework, but you're just absolutely too exhausted. A buddy calls you up, wants you to do something that's ordinarily a favorite activity for you to do. You're absolutely exhausted. Well, what are you in reference to? You're in reference to how difficult your day was. You're in reference to all of the interruptions and the challenges and the priorities that you had all day long. You are absolutely exhausted. Well, you're not in an unmotivated state. In fact, you're in a very highly motivated state. There is no such thing as an unmotivated state. You are very highly motivated to conserve energy. I'm not being facetious when I say this. This is the way our genetic coding is. This is the way our brain works. But watch what happens. See, right now you're in reference to how exhausted you are. Watch what happens when we change what you're in reference to. All of a sudden, you smell smoke, you see flames, all of a sudden you jump out into a hyper state, you grab your favorite kid, and you run out of the burning house. Well, what just happened to your physiological state? You went from being absolutely exhausted to hyper energized and in action. There's a secret to how you did that. You changed how you were running your nervous system. You changed what you were in reference to. And after I teach you how to do this, you'll be able to do this in every area of your life, and it'll be a lifetime of learning. My first session is going to give you the core principle, and then the next session is going to implement it. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be high impact. I'll see you at the June program.